All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to One to Go Studios as we host Lightspeed Racing League's recruitment race here at Homestead, Miami. The drivers are practicing on the track, 10.5 minutes remaining in the practice time. Current conditions at Homestead, Miami are partly cloudy, 78 degrees in the air, 101 on the track. Winds are coming out of the north at 2 miles an hour. Relative humidity is 56%. 30 inches of mercury and rising is our altimeter in our pressures. So 1 hour of practice is getting down to the 10-minute remaining. And we have 14 drivers currently have times and look like have joined in our session. And I would like a big shout out to the Lightspeed Racing League guys, Anthony and the group over there for helping One to Go Studios break the 100 followers. We did that, I believe it was either today or yesterday. So big shout out to you guys. Thanks for helping us out. We have some work to do, but we're going to continue to increase our capabilities here on Facebook Live. One of the things we're trying to work on is actually working on Twitch as well. Right now I see that we're on YouTube and we're on Facebook. But, we are trying to work the Twitch, and I'm not sure. I believe we're doing pretty good on there too. We'll see. A little bit of changes coming up for the One to Go Studios team. So love to see some changing here for us as well as the guys in LSRL while we're in between seasons. And I was brought to my attention that John and the guys in the replay booth were telling me that they're raffling off one of those butt kickers that we'll be doing a commercial for here in just a minute. $10 per chance. There's 18 slots. 2 are taken, so 16 remaining. Go over to that Facebook page, Lightspeed Racing League on Facebook, and get into that. And once all 18 positions are filled, then they will raffle off one of those butt kicker 2s. This is going to go to all that money, the $180 is going to go to offsetting the cost of the league so that league members do not have to pay to join the league. I don't know if you guys have been around iRacing for a while, but it seems like leagues are getting more and more expensive as time goes on. Things do cost money, but the guys over here at LSRL are dedicated to keeping the costs off of their drivers as best they can with their sponsorships. And currently, Xfinity Night is being hosted by the Wilder Graphix, and we'll get to some of those commercials here. So let's go check out that butt kicker.
Butt kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
I tell you, butt kicker, bring that realism closer to your chair. You know, these guys that are in VR, man, that would definitely turn into one heck of a roller coaster ride. So if you got a chance, get over to the facebook.com page of Lightspeed Racing League. That's Lite, Lightspeed Racing League, and get yourself one of those $10 spots to get you your chance of winning that butt kicker gamer 2 and help the league keep the fees down. So, and we saw about Wilder Graphix is the paint scheme like we were looking at right here on Morata's car. Joseph Morata and that family's car in the front there. We might get a better look at her side view here. There you go, that Joe Morata. That family's Fighting Flu Incorporated. Wilder Graphics on the back there. So let's kick it over there to Anthony's Wilder Graphics. There you go. Check out Wilder Graphics if you're looking for a new paint scheme, new seasons, new cars, new paints. Get over there, talk to the guys at Wilder Graphics, give them your ideas, let them kick up a cool paint scheme. They do logos. Check out the one to go there down in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. The Wilder Graphics team put that together. These guys are professionals. They will hook you up. Talk to Anthony and the guys at Wilder Graphics. As we're talking, Cameron Hearn was up the fastest practice time. Let's check him out. Cameron Hearn, that 67 machine. About 3.5 minutes remaining in practice. Looking like 14 drivers have joined in for us. If you're on Facebook or YouTube and you want to say something about who you're following or what you think of the paint schemes that you see out here, just go ahead and put it in the chat there. We do have the chat windows open. We'll be able to interact with you as we see the chats. 3 minutes left in practice. Recruitment race, Homestead, Xfinity cars. I tell you, this track is great for having the old vintage style sandpaper racetrack that were over a long fuel run. You're going to get about a 2 to 3 second drop off, so the tires will come into effect here. So these guys are going to end up having to deal with not only the track, each other. They're going 115 laps. Going to have to figure out fuel strategy, tire strategy. You're going to see guys on and off the pit road tonight. Green flag stops, hopefully. And also, there are going to be different strategies to see who can have the best set of tires on the car at the end of the race. Saw Cameron Hearn back then. I don't know if he's one of these old style drivers, but I come from Papyrus NASCAR Racing 2003. It was traditional to blow the engine on the car prior to the race. A little bit of superstition, knock on wood, that doesn't happen to you during the race event. I know on Pappy, we would blow engines for no apparent reason, but iRacing has definitely taken care of that. Usually you get punished if you don't take care of your car, and that could happen here, but Happy Pirates Racing 2003 used to just give us that kind of stuff for no apparent reason. All right, 1.5 minutes left here. All right, getting some information from race control and hitting some dings every once in a while. Johnny helping me out over there. We will have competition cautions at 25 and 55 tonight. And then we'll go from 55 on to 115. So 60 laps will be the second half of the race. This is going to be a lot of fun. I got out there Sunday night or Sunday late afternoon, I take it. So I think we started at 6 p.m. So I guess that would be night. Ended about 8:20 ish. Was out there in my 01 on ISNF with the throwback Army car, and Hermie Sadler up in front of me ends up winning the race. I took third that night, and I tell you, the Cup cars definitely had a lot of different grooves. You could use the inside, you could use the outside, you can go high, you could diamond, you could do a whole lot of different things here. A lot of fun this track, wide open spaces, should be some really good racing. We'll see how the drivers use their cars to get the most out of them throughout this event. Gotta love that Ghirardelli car. There is Alan. Also taps the wall there at San Francisco Chocolates of the Ghirardelli. Wife and I always stop there when it's time to go to Disney World over in downtown Disney to get some of that dark chocolate fudge in a midnight sundae. All right, so we are now in our 5 minutes of qualifying. So we'll see if we can maybe get some of these guys out on the track. Landon gonna be our first driver to take out to the grid in that number 75 machine. Let's see how he handles this. Maybe we'll jump on into his Gyrocam. There you go. Let's let that, hear it going. Kind of revving that engine up there. Gonna come off that gas and let that thing hang down low and back in, fire it up off of turn 2. Gonna come off that throttle, 3 and 4. This turn seems to last forever. He comes back into the gas, long straightaway in that front straightaway. He's gonna come out that green flag, first lap. 2-lap qualifier. Actually, that was his second lap coming up here. 33.322 puts him on the lead of the leaderboard. Looking good there for Landon. Hugging that bottom. The throttle controls, you hear him as he comes by pit road. Checkered flag in the air for Landon. What's he getting for the second lap? And his second lap, slightly slower, not by much, 300ths. A difference there. See if we can grab Joseph Morata. Get him on it. See how he's doing here on the track. And that Family's Fighting Flu number 5. Aaron Hearn now leading the board at 33.123. Wide angle shot here. Two minutes remaining in qualifying. 3 people on the board. See how this number 5 does. Joseph just put up the fastest time at 32.964. Slides it through the backstretch. Ira and the Pepsi 66 there. Dylan in the 27 machine. Taking it slowly around the track. 51 seconds remaining. Looks like some people have chose not to qualify for tonight. A little bit of left front damage there. Where he had the brakes on there. Trying to get those tires warmed up. There goes the 27. Sure what he was doing there to help himself get a good qualifying time, I guess. Ginger, I believe this was another Wilder Graphix machine. And I believe I was told. Let's look at that 27 as she takes around the track on the back. Ooh, end of qualifying. All right, so here is your grid for tonight, presented by Wilder Graphix. Joseph Morata on the pole, 32,964. Outside of him is Cameron Hearn. Cameron's always up in the front, and his brother Aaron is on the inside of row number 2 in the 91. Ira is in the 66. Pepsi on the outside of 2. Inside of him on 3 is Landon Wisenberry, 33,322 in that 75 machine. Taylor Clinker in the 156 on the outside of row 3. The rest of the drivers did not take time. Derek will be on the inside of 4 in 157. Dylan will be on the outside of him in the 27 machine. Anthony Giuliano will be rolling off 9th in the 17. Leonard Frost in 10th in the 11. Andy Briganti in the number 24 will be 11th. AJ Warren will be 12th in the 2. Anthony Ludi would be the 25 machine rolling off in 13. In the back of the field, John Henry Allen in the 161. That is your starting grid presented by Wilder Graphix. All right, race fans, welcome back. We're under pacing. Lights are off on the pace card. Number 5 is going to lead us to the green flag. He has the Wilder Graphix paint. You want one? Head over to the Facebook.com page. Get a hold of Anthony. Tell him what you like. Give him free reign. Let him make your design a reality. Get them guys at Wilder Graphix to paint you up one heck of a paint scheme. Look good on the racetrack. You'll have to bring the skill, but he can at least bring you the paint scheme to make you look like a pro. Wilder Graphix, check him out, guys. All right, here we go. Joe Morata in the inside. Outside of him is that Plan B Sales number 67, Cameron Hearn, who is always tough to beat. Off goes the pace car. Up to the track. Here we go. Green, 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 green. There's that number 5 underneath that 67. Turn number 1. On the inside's that number 5. He continues the hold. 67, a car length behind on the outside line. Charging. That 67 gets alongside of him on the backstretch. Got the bumper clear now. High side. 5 is now in number 2. Looks like he's content to be there. Let the 67 roll it off. Give the lead. Lap 1, number 67, Cameron Hearn. There's your race leader, that number 67 machine. Making it look easy. Rolled that top side, went right around the number 5 in the beginning of the race. So lap 2 here of 115. We're looking at 25 for our first break for competition. Cameron Hearn, fastest lap, 33:032. You see the whole field as they pass by our static camera. There's Joseph Morata in the second position. 0.3 seconds behind the leader. Point 2 back to Aaron Hearn. So our leader, Cameron Hearn, led all on lap 4. So we're going to break at 25. Let's run down the field here. Here's that number 67 in first in the plan B. There's Joe Morata in that 5. He's in second. You see Aaron Hearn in the Kleenex machine in that 91 right on the bumper of the number 5. We'll stay with these guys and see what's going to brew up in the next lap or two. We're in lap 5 at 115. 2-car lead there for Joe. The Aaron right behind in there. They .183. They're the closest thing on the track right now. The 91 following the 5. On fourth now is Ira. Ira in the 66 Pepsi ride. Currently in fourth. About half a second behind Aaron in the 91 machine. Things are heating up back here with the 75 looking high of the 129. That's the 156 machine, or it should be a 129 on his car, but showing 156 in scoring. So, yeah, we'll call him the Indian head there. So Taylor is in 5th. Derek in the 157, and I think he's showing up on the track as a 75, and that's Mr. Garrison. Or actually, yeah. Derek is actually in that 8 machine. Aaron is in the Hellman 8 machine. So we'll have to make a note of that. Landon is in the 75. He's in his right number there in the Broha. And the 27 of Dylan Gone is now in the 8th spot, looking underneath the 75 in the Ginger 27. Leonard Frost in that money line 11 is in 9th. John Henry in the 161 Ghirardelli ride is in 10th. And the other 4 drivers look like they didn't even take to the grid. So we have 10 on the grid. 10 guys out there. Cameron in the lead. Looks like Aaron has now taken the second spot away from the number 5. So number 1 is Cameron. Number 2 is his brother Aaron. And Aaron is right on that back deck lid of the 67 machine. Look at that 91. Looking for a position. As the 67 cuts about mid to low around the turn here. We come across towards the stripe. The 91 looking to go inside at the stripe. So we could have a challenge for the lead into turn number 1 and lap number 10. Working 10 of 115. 25 will be the first break. 91 and 67 side by side backstretch. Into their turn number 3, the 91 looking like he may be going high. He's looking what the 67 is going to do. 67 maintains the lead. The 91 tucking behind. Going to put that left corner panel just on the inside. Get out of the dirty air, looking to see if he can challenge once more. 67 high. 91 tucks behind. Tries the Whoa, tries to over-under. Looks like he actually made contact with his brother in the 67. Loose, but the 67 ends up to soften the blow a little, gets the car back underneath him. Heck of a driving there by Cameron Hearn. We remain green. 10 down of the 25 that we first are going to have. The 91 now looking low again, coming off the turn. He's at Kimberly Clark, Kleenex machine off of turn number 4. Side by side to the flag man. 67 maintains the lead as they come into turn 1 and 2. 67 high, the 91 low. That inside line is the shorter way around the track, can be faster, but will definitely burn up the tires. The 91 has the advantage. Coming out of 2, looks like he may actually have this pass completed. Right now, the 91 in the lead. See if he can keep it. 67 challenging and behind. Tucked right underneath the deck lid. The 91 takes it a stripe. Give the new lead. 91, Aaron Hearn leading that lap. 67 right behind him. And Ira in the Pepsi machine has moved up to 3rd. In 0.2 seconds separate him. So the first 1, 2, 3 guys are right on top of one another. A little bit of blame as we see our drone shot from the 2 angle. See the 67 dropping low behind the 91. He's like, I'll give you 1, but I'm not going to give you 2. At the stripe, 91 stays ahead. 67 looking for a way around his brother in turn number 1 and 2. 91 has about a car length's lead to 67. Looking for the momentum on the backstretch. 67 looking low. 91 sticks high. 91 all the way bit down to the bottom groove. The 67 mid to high line. Who's going to have the better off here? The 91. It seems like he's better in. 67's better off. 14 down of 25. The 91 and the 67 battling for 1 and 2. On board with Cameron Hearn. He's around his brother there. Says, be kind to your behind. They say, stay off of my deck lid, bro. In that 91 machine, you see here, Cameron is definitely looking for a spot. Looking, backstretch, 91. 67 looking to go under. He's got the inside line if he can get it off the corner. You can hear that throttle control from Cameron. Not quite there yet. Let's go back through the field. See, Aaron Hearn, still your race leader. With 67 of Cameron Hearn in number 2. Third place is our Pepsi driver, Ira Kohlhaas. I hope I'm saying that right. Some of you guys, I haven't met you yet. I tear up your name. Give me a chat. Text me something. Give me the phonetic spelling. I'll make adjustments. We'll learn each other. We got a long season. There's that Pepsi ride. And there's Dylan at 27 bringing up the Ginger guys. The Hellman's 8 is actually scoring as the 157 of Derek Garrison. Gonna want me to get one of those Klondike bars as you're bringing around that number 8 machine. Leonard Frost at Money Lion 11 is in 6th. Taylor Clinker in the Indian Head 129. On your scoring bar is the 156. There's Joe Morata. He's in that 5 Wilder Graphix Family's Fighting Flu machine. John Henry Allen in the 167 Ghirardelli. And if you got a sponsorship, you can send me some of that chocolate over this way. Landon Quisenberry in a 75 Roja ride at Toyota is in 10th position. Working 19 of 25 for our first break. See the 91 leading the field over the 67. Definitely pushing as the 67. Waiting to see what the 91 is going to accomplish here. Andy, jump in here, man. Help me out. Kohlhaas. Did I get it that time? I hope so. Mr. Dunwoody lurking in the backdrop watching the race was my compatriot. The one race we did here for the Xfinity Racers a couple weeks back. Giving me that correction. I asked for it though. 91, Aaron Hearn taking the lead here. 21 of 115. Stage break at 25. Andy and I were talking the other day that my wife was picking on me. That she heard me practicing names the other day. She's like, "Do you sit there and just practice names?" I'm like, "Well, I try, but I don't always get it right." There's the 67 looking under the 91. Backs out. Is going to stage it up for the next time. He's setting it up. 22 of 115 we're working. Come to the stripe. 3 to go. 3 to go before we get the competition caution. A 67 squirrely on that inside. Try to dive it up underneath the 91. Shut the door before he could make that move. '67 right down on the deck lid of that 91 machine. Half a car length. He's on the inside. He's right there on the inside as we come off the front stretch. Little contact, it looks like. Maybe net code there, but they keep it straight. Diving under 167. Not even a challenge, but the 91 looking for just a crossover move. Can he make it stick? The 67 has the new lead on the outside of the backstretch. We're working lap 24. 91 on the inside, 67 on the out. So that 67 has the advantage coming off to the stripe. We're working lap 25. Our competition caution will be coming out. Your leader on the 25th lap here. It's a 2 machine, Aaron Hearn, and then number 91. Back stretch. We will be looking for that competition caution to be coming out. This camera takes him down to turn 3 and 4. Looking for the flag, man. Cameron Hearn looking for that flag. As you see them guys pass across that front straightaway. As you can get a good look at the cars as they come on by. And there is our competition caution. And we are going to be right back after this. And there was a good view of that Ginger 27 at the end there. That's Dylan's ride. We can get a good shot of that here. There you go. There's that Ginger. At 27 at Dylan, that Canadian flag on that car. Another Wilder Graphix car as you see him coming down pit lane. Guys are doing a raffle over there on Facebook.com. Light Speed Racing League. That's LITE, Light Speed Racing League. Get over there, $10 per spot, 18 spots. They're going to raffle it for the butt kicker. You want to know what they're raffling off? I'll show you. Check this out.
Butt kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
There's that butt kicker. If you want one of those yourself, head on over to their Facebook.com page and check it out. $10 a raffle ticket. Andy, would you like one of those? I would.
Yeah, I'm glad I finally got up here to the booth.
Hey, I didn't realize you were there. Sorry, man. So Andy, you come in late. That's what happens, right? I don't know.
It was a lot of flights of stairs to walk up the grandstands to get here.
Hey, I made you pay for a ticket.
Nah, I snuck in. I left the trailer in the infield from the cup race on Sunday.
Oh, yeah? Okay, that works for me. All right, going to set up our production team there. Andy, we're pushing over so you can see what we're looking at. Right now, guess who's leading this thing?
The 67?
Yes! But the 91 actually led a lot of laps. So
I did catch that. I just because I was walking up the grandstands doesn't mean I couldn't watch the race.
Did you have a mirror or something? I mean, how are you walking upstairs and not killing yourself?
Backwards.
Oh, hey, I guess so. All right, here we go. We're working lap 30 as we cross the line here. Cameron is going to bring us to the front stretch, turn number 1. I was telling our viewers earlier, Homestead, when we were in the Cup cars this weekend, it seemed like the high line would work, but you almost would have to diamond the corners. Do you think the Xfinity cars are going to be about the same way?
I think the little bit less horsepower, you're going to see some different lines. You probably right around the middle or the bottom. You won't see them up against the wall too much.
Yeah, I think Cameron was pretty much like coming off high, so he was kind of entering middle to low. But it looked like the 91 was getting a lot closer to the apron line. I know in the Cup car, it seemed pretty happy just underneath that first little groove there, that seam, going through turns 3 and 4 at least. But if you got too much down there, it made it really difficult to get back on the speed. There goes that 91 underneath that 67 machine again.
Yeah, he just snuck by him and left the door open, let him drive right by. He might have something for his brother here today.
Yeah, definitely. And, we have another competition caution coming out at 55. Race control is reminding me that they throw the flag at the completion of that lap. So we're going to go 55, and then when they take the cross to 56, yellow will come out when the leader crosses.
When the leader takes it, not when the last car takes it.
Right. So when the leader finishes that lap, they will throw the caution. So, Andy, we got a lot of cool things going on with One to Go Studios. We were able to break 100 this week. So we're at like 110 now.
I saw that. I was super excited about that. That means the streams on Facebook are going to look better. All that's going to look better. We're going to be able to push better content.
Yep.
Higher bit rate, everything.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have a lot more to show our viewers. I thought we still looked pretty good as we were, but we're going to get better, right?
There's always room to get better.
Constant improvement, can't just be stagnant. See, Aaron Hearn, they're like connected. I mean, I think you and I were racing like this a little bit and practicing for that cup race, and
he's pushing them right now.
there is a draft effect here at Homestead, that's for sure. Just they have to lift, and we were hearing that in car when we were.
Y'all gotta look to the inside.
It's like they've been kind of playing with one another. With the 91, they've done net coded like once or twice already today.
And you talk about the draft effect. There's also that new iRacing effect from the beginning of this season, where you have that cushion of air right up against the wall.
That's that high line working for you. If we could ever get to that spot, I mean, there's only 10 drivers out here right now, but I mean, you and I were in a 43 car field. I mean, how hectic was that? Do you remember?
We didn't get many laps in under green.
Well, towards the end we did. Whoa, there's that contact. The 67 gives a little bit of a shove there to the 91.
It's just a little bump draft. Rubbin's racing.
And I mean, these guys, I'm sure, being brothers, like you and your brother Jeremy race each other. I think you guys end up rubbing each other a little bit more than you would somebody else. Is that brotherly competition or what's
Definitely.
up with that? Yeah.
When you think about it, we know how each other races. We raced each other for what? Almost 30 years.
So there's definitely a little bit more. You almost see him just shoving it. 67 sparks off of that rear deck, off that right rear corner as he comes off the wall, off the barrier there. That's kind of and they use up that high, but these guys are kind of getting a little bit higher here as we're getting closer to about a third of the way done. A little bit, give or take some, right?
Yeah, maybe that label in the back of the 91's really messing with Connor. I mean, he wants to wipe that rear bumper off for him.
He says, "Be kind to my behind." So I thought it was pretty cool that Plan B sales car is seeing nothing but that tagline in the back of Aaron's car, and I don't think he's trying to be that kind. As he's looking on the inside of here, so let's see him make this turn 1 and 2. There he goes. Pretty much did the same thing in the last stint. Just kind of drove right on by him. We had enough.
I think Aaron finally had enough of him knocking the rear bumper off from it.
But I appreciate the help with the name. I mean, I did put it out there, right? Yeah. So you say it's Kohlhaas? Did I get it right?
Kohlhaas.
Kohlhaas.
Ira Kohlhaas.
Ira Kohlhaas.
I raced Friday nights in the ISRA league with them. They run sprint cars and big block modifieds. They're starting an ARCA league, so I'm gonna put my shameless plug in there for them.
We do lots of stuff. I know you're sponsoring the ISNF now, and they got a race tomorrow at Five Flags in the ARCA cars, and then Sundays at Wilkesboro. So
I'm excited to watch tomorrow night's race, and kind of more excited to race Sunday night's race.
Yeah, I'm not excited for either one. So I got a long day tomorrow. I got to go to Dover, and then I get my first of the 2 vaccinations tomorrow as well. So I'll be racing from there to get here to get into the seat to actually try to put the car that you painted up for me, the Wendigo Studios Travel with an Angel, Lottie, travelworld.com Chevrolet. That's a mouthful. I feel like one of those guys looking at my race suit,
Isn't that what they always said? If you don't remember your sponsors, look at your race suit. Look at the side of the car,
And there's Cameron there. He's just pacing the field now. He's off to a half a second lead. So let's run through these guys. That's Cameron in that 67. Brother Aaron in the 91. In that Kleenex ride. Got Derek. He's running the Hellman's 8 is what I'm seeing, but he's scoring as the 157. You see the same thing? I'm hoping.
Yeah, that's Dale Jr. throwback.
Yeah, the Hellman's
8 car.
The Klondike bar. I told me he needs to throw me a Klondike bar, And that Taylor Clinkers.
That's mayonnaise.
No, there's a Klondike bar on the side, man. Did you not see it?
No, I didn't.
There's a little polar bear in the lower left-hand corner panel, man. I'm like, come on, get me a Klondike bar. 129, Taylor B. Clinker. He's showing his 156, but I see him in the 129 Indian Tran Motors. These, you got the same thing?
Yep, yeah, and I believe that's a throwback to Indian motorcycles.
Indian heads, yeah. Leonard Frost of the Money Lion 11 is in 5th. Well, actually now back to 6th because we just got a pass by Landon Quisenberry in the Broha 75.
Borla.
I thought it was a J.
It's Borla exhaust.
See, I saw Borja in. There's another trademark here, but I guess it's not racing. So Borla.
That is a Borla exhaust car.
Well, it makes sense. I see the muffler now. All right. See, that's why I have you here with me to keep me straight. So Leonard Frost in the Money Line 11. So if you need to looking for a loan, you need to go chalk the Leonard Frost. I guess if he's money banks, he might kick me some. What do you think?
Who knows? Maybe.
Yeah. That right there. There's Dylan Gonas. Is that what you say? How do you say it? Gonas?
Gonas. Yeah.
Gonas.
I'm going with Gonas.
Okay. And he's in the Ginger 27. I believe Anthony Giuliano was telling me this is a band in Canada, if I remember correctly, that he had him write up on this car. But it's one of the wilder graphics machines that's out there.
It's definitely wild.
Definitely wilder, right? There's Ira Kolas in the 66 Pepsi machine. Looks like there's a little bit of damage in that right rear.
Well, this is just a practice car. There's its primer gray. Got a decal on it. I saw these. I got firsthand to see these cars last week in Phoenix. I didn't get the broadcast, but I ran the Phoenix race last week. There was a couple cars. I believe his teammate Bruno Massey was racing, or Brandon Massey.
Massey, okay.
A couple others. They all ran this primer gray color car with either I think it was Pepsi, Mountain Dew.
They're just kind of their paint schemes. Huh? Here's that 161 Ghirardelli chocolate John Henry Allen. This guy, if he's got that sponsorship, definitely needs to get my address. The Ghirardelli chocolates are a favorite in this house.
Not so much over here.
No, man, you must not have had the dark chocolate hot fudge sundaes that they have at their ice cream parlors in the Disney area. Is amazing. All right, and then there's Joe Morata, and he is in the 5, and that is the Families Fighting Flu, which is one of the sponsors for the league as well, and also a Wilder Graphics design. And he's in 10. That is the rundown of the field. We'll go back to the front. Hey, look who's back out front. We got Aaron has gotten by the 67. We have a different race leader.
Let's take a lap on board with these guys. So go roll board cam and watch the tack. See what these guys are lifting, and maybe see if they're shifting or not.
Here, down there at Cameron. Now, when we caught him the last ride, we were in Kentucky, and we were hearing them doing some shifting. But I don't think they'll be doing any shifting here.
No, but you can really see how, like, you can kind of learn the racetrack watching some of these guys from the in-car. You can see where they lift. If you just watch that RPM tack, you can see he's right at the red line going into the corner, and then it drops down to $6,000. And you can see where he's trying to chase that white Kleenex car down.
Yeah, he's got the line that I was running, basically with the left sides on the inside of the seam, and then basically power off. So he's kind of almost diamonding the corner. He's entering about middle though, not quite from the high line.
And look how little wheel input he's putting into that. That's really helping the tires.
Yeah, he's just letting that car, go where it needs to go. Kind of points it in the direction, comes off of the skinny pedal, lets the car find its way down to the bottom line, and like I said, not scrubbing a lot of tire. And tires are going to be a big premium here when they get that second half going, for once we go after this competition caution at 55. So
Definitely, and with so few cars, you're not going to get it yellow. It's going to be clean and green the whole time. And there might even be a little bit of fuel strategy at the end.
Well, yeah, and that's what I was going to talk about. We had, when we were doing our race, people were on all kinds of different pit strategies with tires. Some guys stayed out longer, and somebody had fresh tires. I think I had 10-lap tires at the end of the race, so I could go anywhere I wanted to go. And Hermie, who ended up winning the race, and I know he was if we went green more, we might have had a better challenge for the number 02. So, but it was fun. It was a great race, and we could see this kind of stuff happening. I kind of like the fact that they're at Homestead because I actually talk a little bit about the racetrack.
We have some first-hand experience. We know exactly what this racetrack was like the other night in a night race, but probably a little hot, a little hotter, a little slicker,
and different cars, so that as well,
and a little less horsepower.
We have a couple different cameras today. We have some static cameras that we see these guys come through the corner.
Wow, what a save. Cameron got a little loose coming up too.
Looks like he's getting a little loose as well. We're on the drone cam right now looking down at him. And I saw that kind of a fishtail snap of the 67 machine.
I still have his in-car cam pulled up, and he was definitely turned to the right coming out of turn 2, and then he was down on the apron.
And these cars can get a little snap happy. We're at working 54, so once we cross the stripe here, we'll get, when Aaron crosses a lap from now, we will get the next competition caution. There's the 91 machine. He's 1.65 ahead of his brother, so looks like he will be the one to finish off this competition stint for this caution coming out.
Cameron is super loose. I think he pushed his tires this run to see what he had for the next run.
Yeah, that would probably make a lot of sense because that had been like a 30-lap test for a 65-lap run. So, all right. There is the competition yellow. So, guys, we've been talking about this. Raffle tickets, $10 each. Facebook.com/Lite Speed Racing League. That's their group, LITE, Light Speed Racing. 18 spots, so it's $180. All that money is going to go into paying for the league. That's broadcast costs, other league associated costs, so the drivers don't have to pay. Andy, we appreciate that as drivers, don't we?
That's a great idea. What are they raffling off?
They're raffling off the Butt Kicker Gamer 2. And you asked that, and we're going to show exactly what you can win. We'll be right back after this.
Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
You know, Andy, as we're coming down pit lane here, that Butt Kicker Gamer 2, if you don't win the raffle, you can still get 20% off if you use promo code LSRL. So what a cool deal. You can still win anyway, right?
I might have to get in on this.
Well, that Gamer 2 is kind of cool because it actually goes on like an office chair. But I happen to know that the older product would go into, like what I'm sitting in is like I'm sitting on a Subaru actual car seat, and it would kind of just mount up underneath it and shake the whole thing.
See, that's nice. I'm old school. I'm still racing in a office chair with the wheel bolted to the desk.
Well, that Gamer 2 is perfect for you. It's just right there in that middle shaft, shake the crap out of you.
Sounds like a good time.
Oh, I'm sitting there thinking about the guys in VR, man. I'm turning it into a roller coaster.
I got a guy we can try that on.
Well, I mean, you showed me something in YouTube, if I remember right, of a guy who was in one of those 4 directions of force and flipped the car at Nürburgring, wasn't it?
That was Corvette driver, pro Corvette driver, Ryan Taylor. He crashed his iRacing car at Monza and it flipped him out of his rig.
I mean, that's some craziness to me. Talk about, you wouldn't even have to go to the theme park anymore.
What has the world come to?
Well, right now, off of pit road was the 67 was in the lead. So Cameron will be leading us to the final, probably the final green flag to go tonight. But basically, there'll be no more cautions sent by competition. Everything now will be in case something happens. So far, we've been clean and green. Just our competition cautions have come out. As you were talking about track temperatures, the ambient temperature is 77. The track temp is 91 degrees Fahrenheit. So, and it's partly cloudy. That's probably a big part of why the track's not super hot right now. Is we're looking at, it's 5:30 in the late afternoon here at the racetrack.
Yes, the track's a little hot and slick. We see the pace car come off. Todd Bodine making that, Brett Bodine making that left turn on the pit road, leading his last lap of today.
Yeah, as we start seeing these guys as they're coming around the racetrack. Got these nice cameras going on. We can just flip through our statics as we're going along. I don't know if you're watching our broadcast feed there as I'm clicking through here.
I'm watching the actual live stream, so I'm watching what the people are watching.
Okay. See, that camera's shaking as these guys go roaring by.
Yeah, we have a lot of nice cameras to choose from today.
All right, Cameron, back in the driver's seat, as they say, or the catbird seat. But that 91 is basically telling him, "I'm still here, bro. Look at that. He's gonna lift him off the racing surface. How close he is."
Just reminded him he's there. He ain't running away this easy.
He's like, "I can pass you. I just choose not to." But right now we're looking. We had 14 drivers join, 10 took to the grid. Looks like the 27 is on pit lane. Not sure why he's still there. Showing that he might have actually disconnected. Actually, we're down to 9 drivers on the racetrack. As that 91 looks to the high side of the 67.
Say this. I think this is a good time to put it out there that these guys are recruiting. This is a recruitment race. If you want to get in here with these guys, just find Anthony Giuliano or talk to us. We can get you hooked up with them and get out here and race these guys next week.
These guys, Cameron is like their leader, and they're putting bounties on this dude's head every race. So you think you got the muscle to get out here and shake it up with these guys? They were looking for more people, and Andy, you were out here on the track with them. So how was that?
It's fun. It's I'm probably about a mid-pack car. Phoenix is not my favorite racetrack in the world. I would have probably run better here, but I missed the start. I know, I have a few guys that would probably stack up with these guys pretty good. Trying to get them to come out, but they have work early in the morning.
People that I've reached out to said they already had a commitment for real life racing at this time. So. But you know, what I said, we're doing pretty good so far. I mean, we'll start seeing these guys as they're not going actual spring racing until the end of the month at Daytona, if I remember correctly. And at the Facebook, you opportunity to look, but I believe it was the last. I can let me look here. I believe it was the 24th. Maybe Race Control can confirm that, but that's what I would remember seeing. But
24th of March or 24th of April. I'm
March.
not sure.
March. LSRL starts in March, and the North-South Racing League, which is also Wendigo Studios is working. They're going to start in April. I believe it was the second week of April. So I got to hang out with Jake Fluman on Monday night in color commentation for the ESRA League, and that was kind of a lot of fun. So hanging out with Jake. He's our endurance racing team partner, I guess is the best way to say that, right?
Yeah, he's one of the higher up drivers in one of the other cars. Sister cars, that is.
He's part of that Whiskey TV, so, you know. And broadcasters, we all seem to hang out with each other. Starting to see more, and we got Ryan, who hooked me into this, and over there working Podium, the bearded sim racer. So shout out to Ryan. Not sure if he's still watching my stuff or not. But here he goes, a 67, right up on that rear corner panel of the 91, almost giving him that jack up lid there. Man, you couldn't get that close with an ARCA car.
Yeah, turning the favor. I mean, last time we were talking about these two, they were flipped. We were talking and they passed each other.
Yeah, the ARCA car.
Look for the lead here again.
There he goes. He's gonna take that inside line as we're coming off of turn number 4. I found the best time to pass was right there, getting that car to come down in turn 3 and 4, and just basically using the momentum off of the car in front of me. Now we're going to look at a crossover here in the 91 in turn 1 and number 2 as we're going to the backstretch, but the 67 prevails. But actually, that's not the backstretch, that's front stretch. 3 and 4.
What's really causing that, Harold, is with these new race cars that you put your nose on somebody's quarter panel and it dumps all that air off the front of your car onto the spoiler of their car, tightening them up, lets you to get a run down the back straightaway and then drive by them.
Yeah, like I said, I know that if I got half the car to the inside of the car that I was chasing, the car could turn 10 times better.
Yeah, your car turns better, their car gets tighter, and then it's flipped if you go to the outside. If you go to the outside, put air on them, they get loose, and your car actually gets a little tighter. But you can get them loose and then drive by them too.
Yep. I just listen to the spotter tell me what to do. I just missile the car. And there's a 91. He's going to edge there. Yeah. And we're on the backstretch here. So
same thing. Got the nose to his inside quarter panel. Going to drive power move down into the corner. Not going to quite clear him.
Yeah, but that 67 is going to have the power off. That's the thing about that outside line. Is that outside line can get back to the hammer faster, which gives more speed as you see it get across the line there. And man, he just, like, I don't know which one came up or which one came down, but that nose was a chop. Like, you stay back there.
And for brothers, I would have thought they'd be running the same manufacturer. They're running opposite manufacturers.
That's that competition. Like, I'm better than you. He's like, I got a Ford, I got a Chevy. We'll see who gets it.
I just thought teammates would be running the same power plant and everything.
Not sure they're teammates even. I mean, they're brothers doesn't mean they're teammates. I'm not sure they do teammates.
They're both in the Hearn Racing chat.
Yeah, well, you guys have your own Discord chat channel as the Dunwoodies.
We're teammates, but we don't race like it.
No kidding. I've watched you guys race. Broadcasted enough races to see the Dunwoodies and how they race one another. Like, if I get to you, I'm giving you a shot. And you better be able to handle
Block
it.
me once, shame on me. Block me twice, shame on you.
And that's happened more than once. So you see these guys continuing to be 1-2. Cameron leading Aaron. And that's our front. Let's get back here to Derek Garrison. He's knocking on the door of the 75 Borla machine, that Borla exhaust machine. So we see the junior. I still tell you, man. I think what will I do for a Klondike bar? I might do an announcement. I might do a commentated race for a Klondike bar.
I'm sure we can get you a Klondike bar if you want that one that bad. Get into your local Wawa Sheets over here on the East Coast, that is.
The Sheets maybe, but Wawa's don't carry no Klondike bars. I can tell you that for a fact. They got those chocolate tacos, though.
Sounds like you've been looking for them.
Well, you know, I know what's where. Hey, I like ice cream and I like chocolate, so I know what has what. So, I also know you can't find a Milky Way Dark inside of a Wawa either. Not sure why that is.
Well, yeah, I have some opinions on that, but we're not going to get into that.
Not Hershey, right? Is that it?
What? No, I think it has something to do with, like, one company has one gas station brand.
Oh, Royal Farms has their own actual chocolates.
We have one of those now. I finally get to visit one every day. It's across the street from work.
Good chicken, that's what I know. 67 still has the commanding lead, but the 91's looking to get that bumper underneath that car to get him loose or something.
Side by side down the front straightaway.
70,
powering to turn one.
76 of 115 is completed.
These guys are racing awfully hard for needing to save tires to the end.
No kidding, man. Maybe they're not. There's a 91. He's like, I'm going to take the lead, bro. 67 lets him have it. All right, let's go run down the field again. Aaron is now our race leader in the 91 Kleenex machine. He's telling that bro back behind him, be kind to my behind, man. Don't hit it. Cameron in the Plan B's sales car. He's like, man, you've had it enough. I'm taking it back. As he slides through the turn. That wasn't too good for those rear tires. Not good. As our Indian head, Taylor B. Clinker in third. Ira is being challenged by the number 157 of Derek Garrison as he goes on the inside of the Pepsi machine with our Klondike Hellman's 8 machine. As there's Derek in fourth. Ira back to fifth. Landon in the 75 is in sixth. Leonard Frost back there in 11th.
Got some great front.
Oh yeah, he's got some damage. He's got that whole, looks like behind the tire, like he's still found the wall.
Looks like he's
right
trying
side,
to run that high line.
And it bit him. There's
It'll
Joe.
reach out there and grab you.
There's Joe in the number 5 machine. Family Fighting Flu. What was that?
The 22 got that wall again. And the 11 car got that wall again.
Oh, man. John Henry, he's had the wall a couple times. So you can see the back end crinkle of that Ghirardelli for Chevy. Sorry, the Camaro. Of the number
and we had another pass to the lead. 91's back to the lead.
91 and at 67 keep playing, trading. Instead of trading paints, they're trading spots. The 67 just rubbed the inside.
They're trading paints, too.
67, high side. He got a little bit high. He got into the barrier, the safer barrier, entering the turn in that last corner.
Got a car to pit road.
Looks like that John
Clinker.
Henry? No,
Clinker. Looks like green flag pit stops are going to start right now.
Clinker goes down in the Indian Trail. Oh, Indian Trail Motors. So it's actually the Greyhound Indian Trail Motors. The bus.
Greyhound buses.
Indian Trails. So 81 we're working here of 115. So that's 35.
35 to go?
35 to go, yep.
So they're splitting this run right in half. Check out the 129 here. See if he's going to take 4 tires, 2 tires. Oh, I'm a little behind. I'm watching the wrong screen.
Comes out there as we're seeing the drone. He's gonna be a lap down now. Please.
He'll be a lap down, but we'll get to see how much faster four brand new tires is compared to 30 lap tires.
Whoa! Woo! He caught the 75 in a hurry. A little bit faster than he anticipated, it looks like.
Well, let's just check out some lap time here compared to the leaders and some of these other guys he's going to be trying to drive by.
There's a shot of that Indian Trail Motors paint scheme there. All right, our lap times. We can pull those up.
So Taylor's at the line now. We'll see what his lap time is. 33.15. Cameron's going to pit road, it sounds like.
There's the last laps there. 34 was Cameron's last.
So a second and a half from the leader to that guy on the
new tires.
Clinker's
Yeah.
new tires.
Yep.
And then we just heard the 67's pitting, the 66 is pitting, so pit road's getting ready to get busy. Oh, slide. Contact. Crashing. They're crashing on pit road. 3-car pileup, 2-car pileup.
What to back that up? Check that out here.
The Hearn Racing duo decided to crash each other on pit entry.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cameron got the worst of that one.
Here we'll go on to him, and then we'll see how this happened in the green pit stops. Oh, he was a little loose.
I have to see if they were speeding too, because they were awfully fast.
Yeah, he definitely got in there hot.
They were close on the commitment cone too.
Very.
And I guess at what point as a race car driver do you have to bail that pit entry and just go right back on a racetrack?
Well, look at
you're gonna lose a ton of time, but
look at the damage there on that 67 machine as he's getting 4 tires. Back off he goes. Go back to live here.
he still has damage on that race car too.
Oh yeah.
See if it's gonna hurt him at all.
Garrison now our race leader. With a 30-second lead over Clinker.
Well, Clinker's the first car on fresh tires, then it's Hearn, then it's Ira Kohlhaas. So Aaron lost a bunch of time with that damage. He must have sat and actually fixed it.
Yeah,
Garrison's still out there in those old tires.
30 lap tires, Garrison.
Uh, 65, 20, 22 lap tires.
For Garrison?
Right, because we had the competition cost was 65.
I'm showing in scoring he's on 31 laps on those tires.
Maybe he didn't pit then. Not sure. My scoring is not showing because I'm watching them. I don't have the same feed. Again, that's shit for being late. Don't be late for school.
67 on that inside of the leader. Get his back. Like back on the lead lap, this should be, right? There's Clinker. He's in second.
And they're not a lap down. They're just way behind the leader.
Yeah. Yeah, like just in front of the leader, it looks like about a second in front of the leader is where Cameron's at.
Yeah, Garrison's letting up a lot of time here, staying on these old tires. I don't know what his plan is. or if he thinks he can make it. If he thinks he can make it, it might work for him. Who knows?
But we were in a different car, 50% of fuel. We could do 60 laps. 30 laps basically was the most we could get out of them. So possible. Sure.
Well, that would be 60 laps on the tires and 60 laps on gas. It might be close. You might be able to do it. Might have to save, but we saw that happen in Kentucky 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and there's Aaron. Like you said, it looks like he fixed his damage because he does not. That race car does not look bad. I mean, it's got some crinkled on the hood, but no major damage. Like, so they must have been beaten on it. That's why he had a 14.7 second box time.
And just by fixing that damage, Cameron versus the two brothers, Cameron versus Aaron. Aaron's a half-second faster.
Well, that 67 ride has a lot of damage. We go ahead and check our infield.
I definitely believe it based on the lap time difference. Cameron's last lap was a 34.2.
So you can see that inside damage there.
And Aaron's lap was a 33.5, so it's almost a full second. I still think these two are still going to be relevant to whether they can win this race or not, just based on Garrison being on old tires. I also think Clinker might be able to catch the leader Garrison. It's only 22 seconds now. He's cut it down about 10 seconds since he's come out of pits.
Right, we see Aaron Hearn on the back stretch and trying to get us a shot. See from the Goodyear blimp there, where you can see there he goes. So as he's exiting 4, our leader is just entering in turn 4 right at the moment. And there, Derek Garrison on pit lane. We'll see what they do for their pit strategy. I think that would be everybody has come down now.
So his strategy is that his new tires are now 5 to 10 laps newer. His new tires will be 10 laps newer. He's only going to lose 13 seconds on pit road in his pit box, 20 seconds. He's going to come out like 4th or 5th if I had to guess. And he's going to be 10 lap newer tires. So it might work out for him.
And off pit lane he is. 14.4 is his pit time. Actually the best on this stop. So a tenth faster than the best time, which was Taylor, who was at 14.5. But Taylor had the best overall lane time at 37.9.
And he hasn't lost the lead yet. Oh, now it's updated. Now he has.
Yep.
So he came out in 6th.
And Hearn's back on pit lane
make
now.
that. I think he can make that 15 seconds up.
Cameron Hearn's back on pit lane and completed lap 95.
I think he finally noticed that his damage is really cutting into his lap time.
Slid that into the box there. As we're looking there at him on pit lane here. Looks like they're working on it because I don't see the car going up at all. So he may be having him work on it more than the tires. All right, so we'll get back to our race leader. New race leader, the Indian Trail Motors at 129 for Taylor B. Clinker. As he's working lap traffic here. That's John Henry in front of him, who's 4 laps down. Was right around the outside there. And he's going to work for that 11 of Leonard Frost, who is the last car on the lead lap, the 6th position currently.
So now looking back, everybody's on new tires. Derek's got the newest tires, he's only 16 back. Ira's catching Clinker here. Just not fast. I don't think it's gonna be fast enough to get there before the end of the race, though. I cannot wait, Harold, till we get these new overlays we're building done. I know we haven't talked about it much on broadcast, but when they come out, we'll be able to see all this new stuff we're working on. It'd be great. Hopefully we get the sneak preview for some of these guys in the coming weeks.
Well, we'll see. I don't know. Trying to hold that tight a little bit, but I think I need to work a little bit some of these cameras because I don't. They said we don't have a lot of a couple good shots, but then a whole lot that don't have a lot of shots. But here's the IRA here. Some of these cameras are kind of low. It looks like because we're starting to see like we're going through buildings.
Looks like a lot of
stuff,
campers.
So, yeah, so I gotta work cameras a little bit more.
Oh, that's something we gotta work on.
Yeah,
when you gotta build them for every track, it's totally different.
Yeah, I know. Need that. I really like that spectator view is really good. So.
Yeah, that
we get one from like the spotter.
Back straightaway. Oh yeah, spotter stand.
Spotter stand would be a good.
TV mixed is nice. The shot down the back straightaway is really nice too.
And the nose cam here of Ira in second. We look at the back of that number 5 machine. See him getting down low. And when the car's got good tires, you could do that getting down there, but as they wear out, it's really difficult to get down underneath another car. The car feels like it wants to just come around that right side.
Back checking out lap time, there's Derek Garrison down to 11 seconds to the leader. So he's cut 4 seconds in about 5 laps.
But is there enough left?
And
I mean,
Ira's cut 2 seconds in about 3 laps.
Got 13 laps.
Ira might be able to get there if he keeps cutting them the way he is, but we don't know whether Clinker's saving tires or not.
Yep. Definitely seeing people working, but you know, at this point, don't need to save tires now. You need to go. Almost 10 to go.
But you do still have to save tires. You don't want to be super tight and hitting the fence while these guys are running you down. You gotta save a little bit if they catch you.
When our race got to this level, all I kept hearing was "Go, go, go!"
Yes, you were right on the rear bumper of the leader. Ira's got to push his race car 110% to catch the leader. Clinker's and he's got a little bit fresher tire than Clinker. He's got a couple laps.
Yep.
That does make a difference.
But Garrison is only on 9 lap tires. But
and he's flying.
And his last was a 33.7, a whole second faster than the race leader.
Faster, which means he's got plenty of time to catch the leader, to get to the leader, but maybe not pass him.
Definitely different here. Different strategies are coming into play. I said that in the beginning of the broadcast that we are going to see different strategy. It's all about who has the car in the right place with the best equipment when the checkered flag falls.
And just to go more than that, Garrison's got the best equipment, but he's not in the best spot. Ira's got a little bit better equipment than Clinker by a couple laps, and he can see him now. He's only 2 seconds back. He can see him. He's just got one lap car in the middle. It's just how hard can you push to get to him? Getting word from the pit reporter that Cameron Hearn has loaded his car up for the weekend.
Yeah, we're looking here. They're on the front stretch together at this point here, looking down from the blimp cam. Kind of see, just trying to get the 2 in the same shot. You see that in the far left is the race leader.
Garrison down to 6 seconds.
And then there's the Kohlhaas is now in the same turn as the race leader. As you start to see, just a turn behind is Garrison, as he's now worked lap traffic off of turn 4.
Garrison has to get around Aaron Hearn and then go like hell to catch these guys.
He's already got around Aaron. So Derek now 5.5 seconds back from the race leader. Looks like he may be able to challenge.
With 8 to go, he's definitely
8
got
to
a
go.
chance.
There's that number 11 machine up high. There's Ira down low in the 66 cutting through that 11. Our intervals right now, we've got 2 seconds between Clinker and Kohlhaas, and 2.5 back to Garrison.
Ooh, the 5's in the wall.
A little bit of right front damage on Joe's machine.
Seconds to gap with 6 to go. Kohlhaas can see him.
And you see here on board with Kohlhaas. Turn 1. He's now entering. Leader is in turn 2. 2 seconds, but is he shaving any back? It looks like they're the same times right now each lap. So
but now look from the bumper of Kohlhaas at Garrison's on his way. Ford cutting the 3/10 the difference between the two.
There's Garrison with 2 lap cars between him and Ira.
Not anymore.
2 lap cars looks like. Got the 5 and the 11 between the 8 machine and the Indian and the 66 Pepsi machine. It looks like he's now about trying to get around that 11. He's got it shaved down to under 4 seconds to the leader now. Garrison does.
I don't think he has enough time. I think he stayed out on his tires a little too long.
4 laps to go.
The 8's cleared the 11. Now he's going to try to hunt the 5 down. The 5's on fresh tires. He just came out of pit road. But he's 2 laps down. But he's also racing Ira, so that's not helping Ira either.
So 3.5 seconds to the leader is that. But right now it looks like the front 2 are pacing each other, and Garrison is only making about a 3/10 per lap with only 2 to go. And there's the race leader. Blinker is your leader. Coming back to the stripe. One to go. One to go Studios presents White Flag. 1 to go. Final lap. Lightspeed Racing here at Homestead. As we're looking at race leader Taylor B. Clinker.
With the 5 car all over his rear bumper. Just let him go at this point. Off turn 4 to the checker flag. Taylor B. Clinker is your winner.
Taylor, our winner in that Indian Trail Motors. And we'll get right back with you with the final results of tonight's race. All right, here we are back. Results for tonight. Taylor Clinker, winner. Ira Kohlhaas in the 62nd. Derek Garrison, third. Aaron Hearn, fourth. Fifth was Landon Quisenberry in the 75. 11 of Leonard Frost, sixth. Joe Morata, seventh in the 5. 161 of John Henry Allen, eighth. Cameron Hearn, 9 in the 67. Dylan Gomez, the 27, was out in 10th. The 67 and the 27 packed it up before they were able to get to the checkered flag. So we'll try to get some of these racers with our pit reporters. Until then, we're going to go back to show you what we're raffling off. We're raffling off that Butt Kicker Gamer 2.
Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
All right, we're going to be talking with Ira Coles. Ira, I'm going to tear up your name, but it's Kohlhaas, right?
Yeah, Kohlhaas. There you go.
All right, I might have got it right that time, and thanks to Andy. You got to thank Andy for that, because it definitely wasn't me. I was tearing it up and even typed in Facebook saying, Harold, this is the way you say it. But tonight in the 67, Prime Painted Pepsi in second.
Yeah, it was a good run. I noticed that Taylor pitted a couple laps before I did, and I sure wouldn't have expected the Hearn boys to get together on pit road. I think I gave up a few seconds there, letting them get that sorted out and not get into either of them. But Homestead's a good track for me, and I run pretty well there, and I was just trying to let the tires do what they do, and I probably should have pushed a little bit harder whenever they were new. But it was a good run.
So, this is a recruitment race, and so you guys are starting to go green flag on the season, I believe, in Daytona in a few weeks.
Yeah, I got third at Phoenix, second here, so hopefully I start the season off right with a win at Daytona.
All right. Is there anybody you want to thank? I know your car looks kind of bare. Are we looking for sponsors?
Oh, we painted this up for the recruitment race. I got to thank PepsiCo for coming on board for me and my teammate Brandon. I've got Pepsi and he's got Mountain Dew. Got to thank RGS Automotive. Got to thank Cooper Creek Farms, Cooper Creek Synthetics, and Amsoil. Definitely got to thank my wife and my two daughters for giving me the time to do this and staying quiet or shutting the door or whatever if they're being loud. So it's definitely a family effort, and it's definitely starting to pay off.
Right, Ira. We'll talk to you probably. Andy, you got anything for Ira before I let him go?
Just congratulations, buddy. Glad I could see you race tonight. Can't wait to see that black and white checkerboard on your roof on an Xfinity car.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Ira. Well, let's talk to you hopefully next week.
Sounds good, man.
User was moved out of your channel.
I'm gonna try to catch up with Taylor, who is our race winner. Nice view of the race winner.
User was moved to your channel.
All right, we're here with Taylor Clinker. Indian Trail Motors is what we saw in the car tonight. Is that what you brought to the racetrack? Sometimes we don't get the right paints.
Yeah, that is correct.
All right, because we were kind of confused. The car is 129, on the scoring board is 156, but either way, it's first in the books tonight.
That's right. Yeah, I figured I wasn't gonna beat him, racing him head to head. So I figured I'd pit a little early, see what happened. Those Hearn brothers are fast.
Yeah, it looked like you gambled with the splitting it in half and trying to get the most out of both runs. Is that what you did?
Yeah, correct. I just wanted to be as efficient as possible, and save my tires and just run consistent lap times there on the long runs. I'm not much of a hot lap racer, but I'm pretty consistent when it comes to long runs.
Yeah, Andy and I, we do racing as well, and we 187 laps at Homestead in the Cup cars last Sunday, and basically saw the same thing. You had to really take care of those tires. They definitely were going to get you where you needed to go, because about a 3-second fall off if you ended up tearing them things up too early.
Yeah, correct. I think I burned him up on the first run, like really, really bad, and I changed the brake bias to kind of ease up on him. And on the second run there, I checked my tire percentage, and they were much better. So I kind of knew exactly what I needed to run to have consistent laps and not lose a ton of time.
And we think we were looking about the middle groove going around the track. Was you using any of the changing of the banking to help? I know I was having a little bit of luck with putting the left sides kind of like right underneath that seam to kind of help the car turn a little better. And I don't know if you've got all four underneath there, usually the right end would snap around on you.
Yeah, definitely want to keep those left sides on the seam right there, like a lane up. If you go too low, especially on restarts when we're double file on fresh tires, you can really get pretty loose there.
It was definitely a lot of fun. This track is wide and good for green flag racing, which you guys put on a show tonight. And I know this is a recruitment race. Are you one of the drivers that's going to be hanging in for the new season starting up in, I believe it's 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Yeah, I believe it's in a few weeks. Yeah, I plan on running this league here full time next season. This is, I think, my third race with them. So I look forward to seeing what next season holds for me.
All right. And, so we're on board the One to Go Studios. That's something we've just started not too long ago, and we're glad that we got the LSRL guys together and kind of covering some of the recruitment races as we're starting to kick the tires ourselves to check things out. Andy, what you got for Taylor? I mean, you were watching this guy and you were doing Andy's the guy that he's got the calculator. He's telling me all the stat stuff. What you got, Andy?
Well, first question is Taylor. We know you pitted early. Were you watching what Garrison was doing pitting late? Were you watching coming in the rear view? Were you watching Ira?
I had noticed him when I didn't see the Hearn brothers. And I think I had like a 5-second gap, and he was about 0.3 of a second quicker. And I lost a lot of time on fresh tires getting through lap traffic there. And I was hoping he'd do the same. And then I was just hoping he was going to burn his tires out so we evened out, and I still had a decent gap. And it seemed like with about 10 to go, our times kind of settled, and we were like pretty close together. and I had about a 2-second gap. And I thought with maybe like 5 to go, I think I was pretty set, clear from there as long as I didn't make any mistakes myself.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It looked like he was running you down for a while. Garrison was coming from way back, but he took that late pit stop. Definitely. So tires fell off pretty evenly for you. That's good to know. Hope to see you out here next week, wherever we go. And maybe you can win again.
Yeah, definitely. I look forward to it, and I appreciate you guys broadcasting the race. I'll have to check it out later on the VOD.
Well, we've got YouTube, Facebook Live, and we started tonight. We didn't put it out there, but it's successful. Andy, we were actually able to get on Twitch TV tonight.
Oh.
So Wendigo Studios is also now on Twitch. So check us out on one of those three, Taylor. I'm sure you'll figure out which one of them you want to watch. So take home the victory and the checkered flag. Who do you want to thank before we let you go, man?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my spotter. We kind of devised like a little plan there to pit lap 80, and his name's Ty, and he's in my chat here, so I appreciate him making that call, and I think it paid off, as you can see.
Are you a Twitch guy as well? Are you streaming as well, or?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, well maybe we can. We're gonna most likely we're in the talks about maybe having getting with a couple drivers and getting their Twitch feeds pulled in for in-cars for our viewers. So we'll have a little bit of kind of a picture in picture with you and your rig as they see what's going on the racetrack. Yeah,
definitely. That'll be a lot of fun.
Because I know one thing about being Twitch, and because I stream myself, is the cockpit view is all you can provide when you're the one streaming. So they they want to see a little bit more. So all right, hey Taylor, good job tonight. Hopefully we'll talk to you soon, and we'll let you go.
All right, you guys have a good one.
You too.
User was moved out of your channel. User was moved to your channel.
Anthony, how are you, man?
Fantastic, guys. How about you?
Doing good. I didn't see it racing, so I figured you were doing something important.
Yeah, just sat this one out to admin a little bit, but trying to stay out of the way since last points race. Looks like Joe had some issues getting in and out for some issues with his daughter, all kinds of COVID issues, so he barely made it in. But he's going to win the points for this one, take this one home, and go into next season.
All right. Well, I just told Andy, I don't know if you picked up the broadcast. I know some of you guys watched the different feeds. We are now, thanks to your suggestion, we are now on Twitch.
Oh, that's gonna be good right there. That's between that and the boost in Facebook and all that stuff, I think it's really gonna grow between the league and the broadcast for sure. So really appreciate you guys coming on and doing what you do, no doubt.
Well, and then I've been telling the people about the raffle, and I think Johnny was telling me he wasn't sure exactly, but he believes it was the Gamer 2 butt kicker that you guys are raffling off. Is that correct?
Yeah. Butt kicker sponsoring us for next season. They gave us 3 butt kickers, so we're giving one away for each winner for each class next go round, and then we got the third one we're going to raffle off. See what we can get out of that. We did run a Daytona 500 race and paid out $150, or they got the butt kicker. Of course, they took cash, so we're gonna use that third butt kicker to raffle off here. Still might do another Daytona race because that was a lot of fun, but just trying to raise money, get sponsors for the league, however we can.
Yeah, it's definitely as I was telling we were kind of talking about that earlier. That some of these different leagues are starting to charge, and I know you and I, when we talked about the league, you were saying that you were really pretty dead set against that. You did not want to unless you absolutely had it to. So this is one of your guys' ways for the drivers to participate, maybe get something out of it, and Butt Kicker's giving you guys a code, right? Wasn't that a discount code?
Yeah, we got a code on our website or on our Facebook page. for I think it's 15% off anything you buy there. We also have a couple of other things out there. Grid finders coming on for the next season. We're working with the t-shirt company right now as well. We may have a couple of other ones coming on later on, but not, don't want to let the cat out of the bag too soon on some of those. But yeah, for sure, having Butt Kicker come on was big. Joe did a lot to get that going. So, again, that was huge. But Sim Speed Shop also came on. Sim Speed Shop just bought out Pro Sim Tech, who makes custom pedals. So they're giving away a button box to the winner of each division as well. So whoever wins next year will get a Butt Kicker game or two, and at least a button box, probably a t-shirt, and who knows what else we get between now and then. So ought to be pretty fun. And yeah, that's a way for us to give something out every week, and or every so often, keep guys interested and happy running and not have to pay. So good group of guys, and looking forward to it.
Yep, and we've been, like I said, as this recruitment race became, to come over here to kind of kick the tires a little bit for what we're doing here at One to Go Studios. We got a lot of things. Andy's starting to let the cat out of the bag. I was kind of holding off on telling people about the new overlays, but Andy had to talk about it.
I didn't spread all the words. I just said there's one coming.
Yeah, it's what I've seen so far looks pretty good, man. So I think a little bit of tweaking here and there, and I don't see a lot of rival broadcast out there gonna have what we have. So yeah, again, thank you guys for doing that, and it's gonna be pretty fun.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you and I were talking about possibility of bringing some Twitch feeds in from the different driver, like Taylor, the winner tonight, said that he's a Twitch driver. So and I'd stream myself. So and Andy and I both do, and it's always nice that when your viewers can see the whole thing going on, not just from your. You and I talked about it. The cockpit shot's just not realistic because we're not wearing GoPros. Unless
right.
Who's the kid who was at Daytona and got in trouble with a GoPro?
Yeah,
or a cell phone.
Yeah, there's a couple that are trying.
It was Taylor Gray with his cell phone.
I was like, yeah, I'm not supposed to do that. So.
Yeah, no, I think you're going to have a lot more guys in the league, go and get a camera and go on Twitch just so they can have that in-car shot, which is pretty cool. So,
well, you know what? Let me put this out then for you, Mr. Andy, or Anthony and Andy. How about this? We will, if it's available, have a Twitch feed for your champion. That's if Cameron has one. So, Cameron, if you got one, you let us know. A fan favorite and a driver of our choosing each week.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun. We could definitely do that. But I think by the time this thing's over with, we'll have everybody in here. Have a Twitch. You'll have a link to go to whoever you want, depending on.
I'll have to have a button box for it. Right?
Yeah, no, you're gonna have to have a whole setup.
Well,
so
I've got a Stream Deck, and we actually switched over to Streamlabs OBS. And matter of fact, you hopefully when you go back and see, we did a lot of changeovers with stuff, so the things kind of work a little bit better. But I only got a 15 button box. You guys are gonna make me go get a 45. I got each person.
Yeah, we got another 15 we can probably send you.
Yeah. And they'll have a whole ball of these buttons. It's already hard enough to track this thing down. So
I'm with it. Now we'll make it easy on you. We'll figure it out. But man, it'll be a lot of fun.
Hey Johnny, how are you, man?
Hey, how we doing, guys?
We're still on the feed, so just keep your P's and Q's. Johnny's our race controller, and we were kind of talking about some of the things we were looking forward to doing next season. But we are going to wrap things up. I don't want to make it too long, and then we can chit-chat afterwards. I'm Harold Darner with One to Go Studios. My co-host was Andy Dunwoody, also known as David Dunwoody on the iRacing Network. Andy, you got anything for us, man? Recap what we saw tonight.
Recap what we saw. There wasn't much. It was all clean green flag racing. Johnny had a real easy job tonight.
Yeah, he did. You know, he kept chatting at me, though, so he kept me on my P's and Q's. So, Johnny, good work for that. Anthony, you guys, again, tonight, clean green. Last time that we had one yellow, that's what we want to see. We don't want to see, a bunch of cars flying all over the place. I do know some people like that, but, we want to see the racing, and you guys have put on a heck of a show. We're glad we're part of this. This has been One to Go Studios, Xfinity Racing here with Lightspeed Racing League. Wilder Graphix put this together for tonight. This is the recruitment race. Come back and see us. Where are we at next week, Anthony? Plug us for us.
2 weeks we'll be starting at Atlanta Motor Speedway, first race.
Atlanta Motor Speedway in 2 weeks. That's the start of spring season.
That's it.
All right, and then Daytona's after that. So I was a race off, Andy. See, sometimes you got to keep me straight, man.
Yeah, we got you covered.
I'm talking about Andy's my guy. He's always telling me what I'm not doing right. I love him. Love you to death there, Andy.
I'm the stat guy now.
He's the stat man. That's right. Stat man. All right. So with One to Go Studios, I'm Harold Darner, Andy Dunwoody, the LSRL Lightspeed Racing League guys. Check them out on Facebook. Put yourself in for the Butt Kicker Game or two. Get the raffle in. 16 spots were available at the beginning of the race. Johnny, how many are left now?
I will get back to you with that information. I don't have it up right now.
He doesn't have it up. So we knew we had 16, probably less, I hope. If you give us a chance, Twitch, Facebook Live, YouTube, check out One to Go Studios. I'm Harold Darner. Be blessed. Be safe. We'll catch you next time. 2 weeks.